Well, welcome to the GCM garage here. We're in the workshop having a look at the changes to the Dingo. We're at stage 5 here now with this beautiful truck, and we wanted to highlight some of the changes on the truck for you in a video form. If you've been going to the Scale Builders Guild, you'll be able to have a look at the pictures and the notes of all the different modifications. But if not, we're going to tell all of what's going on right here, right now. Well, here's the beginnings of stage 5. Everybody gets stuck in a bad spot every now and then, and you need a winch. So, although we had one on the front, you'll remember we had a 3 racing winch right up here in the front. And that was powered by our HeyOK winch controller on the 2-cell LiPo Direct. Well, it's gone now, and for some reason we've got a fair lead in the back. So we better have a look at what's going on here with the layout, because there's been some changes. First, I want to make note that the fair lead here is from TZI World. TZI is an Australian company that does some great work for really the competition side of the RC crawling world. They've got some super crazy heavy-duty winches and controllers of their own. And we decided that for our Stage 5 Dingo, we would have to get involved with TZI World, because they've got some of the toughest stuff out there when it comes to winches. So we were looking for a winch that we could mount in the back of an SCX frame, something that would stay low profile. And I want you to have a look at this. Look at how low profile that is. See that? It fits right in between the frame, and it only hangs down maybe 3/8 of an inch at the most. I don't even think it's that much. It's just a few millimeters. Sits nice and flat with the top of the frame. So we used to have our battery mounted here. We could have left our battery there, except we changed it for weight balance. And then the TZI World not only supplied the winch, but also this black mounting bracket here, you'll see. It fits right in between the frame rails right here. And the winch bolts right onto it in 3 different ways. You can have the winch bolt onto it from this side. There's holes here for the winch mounted up. You can mount the winch on the opposite side. The holes go all the way through, so you can mount the winch up this way. And you can also mount the winch from the back, which is what we did here, so it lays into the frame. And that bolts right into the back of the SCX. Now, the TZI winch mount did not come with the holes for my Dingo bumper. It's got the fair lead, a nice little fair lead already milled into the bumper mount there, into the winch mount. And but the TZI World bracket did not come with the holes, so I put those in myself so I could put my Dingo bumper back on, because I don't have one of those fancy side mount bumpers that everybody else does. So we wired this onto a HeyOK winch controller here, right on the 2-cell again. And then working our way toward the front for our stage 5 changes, we moved the battery over to the side. So instead of having the 2-cell here laying in the back like we had before, we took the same axial battery tray, which you can see in black right there, and we screwed it right to the side between the 2 posts here for the slider mount. So there's the side plate screwed on, and then we put the strap back on, and the battery just sits right there. And what that does is it gives us a little bit of balance between having all the electronics and the wiring and stuff over here, and we added a few grams on the other side to balance out the weight. Because with the battery in the back, it was running perfect. But this moves the weight forward a little bit. It actually moved the center of gravity ahead by about 3/8 of an inch. And we also got the side-to-side balance. So the other change that we made was a bigger switch. So as you know, we love to use big, huge master switches on our trucks, which you've all seen in all kinds of different stuff. We use them in all kinds of different trucks. And this one here, with the 2-speed, started to draw probably about 25 amps, and I haven't checked it since I had the watt meter on it, but I think it was a little bit over 25 amps, and so we decided to upgrade the switch from our standard dual pole to a big huge 12 volt 50 amp switch. This is off of a snowplow, actually, thanks to Canada. And so this big giant switch obviously gave us tons of high end. It's really obvious when running in second gear that there's just more punch on the throttle at the high end. So, and we're moving our way forward even farther, and we get to the front end. Well, we wanted to make a couple of changes to the front end. One of them was the clearance in the front here. So, as you know, the stock Dingo has the bumpers kind of sticks out a little bit farther. It's a little bit of a shorter wheelbase than some of the other trucks we've built, and we wanted to keep the look of the Dingo bumper so it matched up to the body nicely, but we wanted to improve the approach angle. So the way to do that was for us to take the bumper and pull it back and then lift it up. We managed to do it by getting rid of the original bumper mount. Now, as you know, we had the SCX combo kit in here that used the GCM bumper mount in the front. Well, we've now switched it over to a brand new GCM bumper mount, or front mount. As you can see, I left them silver here just so you could actually see the parts that are installed. The new mounts are these two silver mounts right here that fit into the frame channel. You can see it fits right inside. And it actually holds two servos. So we moved the steering servo back a bit, and then we've moved the linkage here. Actually fits, it clears the axle, no problem. We've got no problem with the steering motion or anything there. It all worked out perfect. We just moved the servo back from where it was in the stock position. And then we were able to add a TZI winch in the front. So what that means is that without having the 3 racing winch now sticking out in front of the body, we can move the whole bumper back. And what we ended up doing was just trimming this back, and we added a couple of big huge Lexan side mounts here that are screwed and glued into the front bumper mount. You can see one of the attachment screws right there. There's another little screw right there. And then we put the TZI winch fair lead on it. So from the bottom you can see here that there's this huge winch lead here, fair lead here, and the winch wire, I think there's about 4.5 feet of winch wire in there. It's good for 80 pounds or more. And then our huge massive 430 ounce servos here tucked right in, and all that stuff got sandwiched right in between the motor, and it all clears. There isn't much room left in here, I tell you. If you filled this thing with mud there, you'd have some clearance problems. But for now, we've got enough room to clear all the parts, no problem. Everything seems to be working out great. We've taken it for a test run. There's gobs and gobs of power here on this, and we're running it through our HeyOK winch controller. So we've got a 7.4 volt high power winch in the front, made out of a TZI winch. We've got a 7.4 volt high power TZI winch in the back. We've got the TZI servo and winch mount in the back. We've got new GCM SCX dual servo mounts in the front. Moved the bumper back, put a higher power switch in it, revised the battery and the balance on the truck, and we're ready to go here. Now, one of the things I wanted to show you before we close up our stage 5 update was what happened to the front overhang, because we were really key on getting this truck to have high performance, as you know. So I wanted to show you what we did to the body mods here. Now, the body on the truck is still the stock Dingo, but you can see we've lifted up the bumper here. The bumper used to be down right in the way of our marker light. If you look at our other pictures and videos, the bumper is now up about 3 millimeters, and you can see here on the sides we've actually taken the entire side wrap off of the bumper. You know how in the back it has this big side wrap here? Well, the front used to have that too, but as you can see in the front we've taken that off, and that's how far back the bumpers come. Like, the bumper is actually moved back a full 5 or 6 millimeters, could even be more. And then because it went up a little bit, we actually cleared all this space in the front here. So the approach angle on the truck is way better. And we're really excited to take it out on the rocks. And there's absolutely no danger of getting stuck on this thing at all. I should also make mention that on our GT3B transmitter, we've got the front winch and the back winch wired right onto the top of the display. So the trims are now reassigned to do front winch, and the steering trim is reassigned to do rear winch. So it's all just controlled right on the transmitter. And we've got our snow tires on here, and we've been out in the snow having a great time with the Dingo. And there's no worries about getting stuck. And that's the stage 5 update. And we will take it out in the snow and show you what this thing can do.